So we're going to make some Damascus tonight for a bit of fun. I've got some mill bandsaw blade that we've just cleaned up, which is basically 15N20, hopefully. And we've got some 1084. We're going to stack them up, make a billet, and see what we can come up with.
For those of you that don't really know what Damascus steel is, basically we're layering up two types of steel, one with nickel and one that's just high carbon, and that will, when etched in acid, show up the two different colours as a cool pattern.
Okay, so we've got a stack of 1084 and a stack of 15N20, and we're going to stack them up alternating in the drill press vise. Now we need a handle. So a little trick when you first put the billet in is give it a hit with the good old WD-40. Give it a good soak in that. That just works a little bit like a flux, just burns off in the forge and stops the oxidisation getting into the layers. And then once that's heated up, we'll add the flux. Righto, we're about to do our first welding pass. So I'm just going to pull it out of the forge, quick squeeze, straight back in the forge again. just going to be a bit of a planishing pass just to try and smooth it out as much as we can before we let it cool down a bit. We cut it into 3 and restack it to get us about 120 layers. So I've just cut the billet off of the handle and cut the end of it off, and we've just dipped it in some acid just to make sure that the layers are good. We've got the 15N20 showing up silver, 1084 showing up black. Now it's going to clean up the edges of it and we're going to stack that up. We're going to do 3 times. Stack it up 3 times to get about 80 something layers. So we've got our billet now that we've cleaned up. This is 28 layers. We're going to cut it into 3 bits, stack it up to give us a total of 84 layers. I've just stacked up the 3 billets of 28 layers each, tack welded them in the corners to hold the stack together, and I'm welding on a handle. We'll get this in the forge and get that forged into a solid billet.
a mess of that billet, so I decided to use two little pieces I salvaged, sandwiched around a 1084 core with some sheets of pure nickel in between, just to try and make something special out of a mostly messed up piece of steel.
So this little billet is 84 layers on each side of a 1084 high carbon steel core, with a layer of nickel in between the three pieces. Let's just have a little look. So you can see the 84 layers on each side in a random pattern. If we can get it to focus. And you should be able to see the core of dark coloured steel up the centre. And there's going to be a bright silver line, which is a little piece up the end there. Should be a bright silver line separating those three layers. Should come up very cool.